gravy and stuffing, stuffing and gravy, oh.
Eat your way through the holidays without gaining a pound.
No one's going on a diet over the holidays. Just maintain your weight.
Dr. Oz reveals his holiday cheat sheet with Kim Coles.
Setting yourself up to win is what you're doing.
Plus, just how real can she get?
Well, dang, Dr. Oz.
Tamar Braxton and her husband Vince, the health emergency that made their marriage stronger.
It was just a blessing in disguise.
Coming up next on Dr. Oz.
Today, I am revealing my holiday cheat sheet, so you can cheat your way through the holidays without gaining a pound. You like that? All right. This sheet is going to give you the must-have tricks to prep your body to slow down the damaging effects of fat, all while eating your favorite foods this season, because I know you love them. I get it. I started by enlisting comedian Kim Coles to find out what holiday indulgences you simply can't live without.
They're back! It's that time of year. It's the holiday season where we get ready to fill our hearts, our kitchens, and our tummies full of flavors that savor. Tell me what some of your favorite holiday delicacies are. Your indulgences, your yummy, yummy, yummy gotta-haves.
Mashed potatoes with vegetarian gravy.
I love cannolis and rainbow cookies.
Stuffing and any kind of pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Sweet potato pie.
What is the difference between sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie?
One is from a sweet potato and one is from a pumpkin.
What kind of flavors do you like most? Do you like sweet? Do you like savory?
Whatever she cooks.
Good answer.
Sweet. It's chocolate pie. We have an icebox pie. We have all kinds of cakes and yummy desserts.
Something called a 7-layer cookie.
Sakatumi cakes.
What's in sakatumi cake anyway?
Well, it has that swirl in it with all the cinnamon and the nutmeg.
What do you like least about holiday foods?
Is, after the Thanksgiving and the Christmas season, the 5 extra pounds that you have.
Oh, only 5 for you? You're doing good.
Kim Coles is here. Fantastically done as always.
Thank you.
I love
thank
dancing with you in life.
Yes, let's.
So I've got all these wonderful foods here.
Yes, you do.
Which ones are you most likely to fall prey to? Which ones can't you live without?
I'm a stuffing girl. Stuffing and gravy, gravy and stuffing, stuffing and gravy. Oh, hello. Oh, look
How's
at
that
that.
look?
Oh, it's drizzle it, Daddy. Yes.
Should we do it like this? Can I taste it?
Yeah, yes.
See if you like this.
I'm going in. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, what's that now?
Now, all of you have your favorites. And here's the promise today. You can eat your favorites because you can prep your body to cheat your way through the holidays without gaining a pound. Okay. Now, my cheat sheet are go-to tricks and what to eat before and during the holiday meals to keep the weight off.
Okay, I'm ready.
I bet you're intrigued by that.
I am very intrigued. I don't want to gain the extra weight.
No one does. But I love gain so much, especially this time of year. In fact, you can win this battle.
Why are we leaving this table?
We'll be back. We'll be back. If you don't give me, you got to keep leading, pulling. Okay. All right. So the first, you got to start off the right way. It's the week leading up to the holidays.
Okay.
Right. And you're all starting to get a little panicky about what's going to happen when you have all those wonderful dishes in front of you. And what you're going to do is drink a white tea with lemon juice.
Okay. Now, what's in white tea?
Well, white tea is the youngest teas.
Oh.
The nubile teas.
Young, fresh tea.
They are. Have you ever had it?
I've never had it.
Give it a taste while I describe it to everybody.
Wonderful.
Now, you need them both. It's like a soothing spa treatment for your body. It just relaxes your body, makes your body happy, but it's got some cool things in it. You like the taste?
I love the taste. It's refreshing and good.
Lots of antioxidants in there.
Oh, good.
Especially helpful because it gives you a bit more punch than the green tea, and it stabilizes your response to sugar.
Oh,
which is important because you want to train your body not to have those hormonal ups and downs that go along with sugar invading yourself.
Okay.
And we think it might help prevent the development of some fat cells, at least it does in animals.
I love it. I feel younger and fresher already.
So how much of this younger and fresher spa-like tea would you drink a day?
This whole cup right here?
This whole cup? Well, my recommendation is 2 of those cups like that.
Okay.
Don't overdose on it. You guys can start jugging this stuff down now. But it's 2 cups a day. Replace some of the other caffeinated beverages you're having.
Sure.
And it's your lead up before you start on your actual cheat week of eating all the foods you want to eat. Okay?
All right, good.
Next on the cheat sheet, something that is a very important observation that I've made. On big meal days, how many of you starve yourselves? Most everybody? Yeah. All the honest women are saying yes. The men, they never starve.
I try not to have I eat light before because I can't go without eating at all.
Well, actually,
it's
wise to eat something.
Good.
When you starve yourself, you wreak havoc with your body. But the tip here is to have a macronutrient breakfast before 10 a.m.
Okay.
So you're gonna have the big meal later in the day, but do not get up on the wrong foot and make big mistakes. You're gonna have this macronutrient meal. A macronutrient basically means you got protein, carbs, and fat, the right kind in them, the basic building blocks.
A little bit of everything to start you off. Okay, good.
And I like this because it tastes really good. It's very filling. Now, go ahead and taste this. I'll describe it to everybody. This is my favorite macronutrient breakfast. It's a festive holiday smoothie.
Macronutrients, so a little bit of everything.
Macronutrients got all the big ones, the 3 big things I mentioned, the protein, fat, and carbs. So again, you have a little bit of milk. I like almond milk. You can drink the whole thing down. Look like a bird. All right. So you have the milk from the almonds, 2 tablespoonfuls of walnuts. Then you can have half a banana, and if you got any leftover pumpkin mix, any the canned pumpkin, use that. It tastes a little richer.
Nobody has any leftover pumpkin. They put it in the pie. Come on.
No, forget this. Bad idea. All right. Just use the whole banana, then a little cinnamon and a little ginger for spice.
Amazing.
Half a teaspoon of each. Isn't it nice?
But it tastes like dessert almost. Like, could you have this as a little dessert meal or dessert
it would not be a
replacement?
bad. I never thought about that. Your mind is working at a very fast pace.
Listen, I'm here because I'm getting my macronutrients.
All right. All right. Let's move from the macronutrients to the next big tip I've got on my cheat sheet, which is a high fiber cracker.
Oh.
You gotta take it 15 minutes before you go to the party. Listen, the biggest mistake we make is we get into the party and it's an away game. All these wonderful, delectable foods are in front of you. If you can do this just before you walk through the door, it will change your life. You're gonna like this.
I'm gonna have trouble with this. Because all this was fun. This was fun, and then it's like, look, come on, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm off to the party. Here, let me have this.
All right, so you put, as you're off to the party, oh my goodness, you're. So these are high fiber crackers, which you obviously don't like in the current form, but wait for 1 second. You'll like what they do for you. They have 6 grams of fiber each, which is about a quarter what you need in a day. And the best part about this is you put it inside your body, and it will, we believe, might slow down the absorption of fats. So again, I'm talking about sheets you can make when you go into the event and eat the things you love. Not everything, but the things you love. And
it's a little dry.
Here, try it with some water.
When you go to the party, then do you have a cocktail with this?
You can have it, but actually, before you get to the party, you better have some water with this because it's going to really clog you up.
Oh.
This is they're expanding your stomach, and you're going to feel not just full, but constipated if you don't do this. So you take a cracker with 8 ounces of water, drink it down. It's going to fill up your stomach, and you're not going to want anything extra.
Great.
And down.
I'm full.
All right. And again, keep, you know what? Either put it by your scale in your bathroom so you won't forget to eat them.
Okay, good.
That's the last thing you might look at before you go to the party, or put it in your car, and your way off to the party, have it down. All right, now.
So you're just sort of setting yourself up to win is what you're doing when you do this. I love it.
The holidays are where we really win and lose the battle. We gain, the average person, 5 pounds over the holiday season. 5 pounds, like Santa Claus getting ponderously large in front of us. Can you relate to that?
I absolutely can. It's that time of year, and you eat, and you go to parties, and you're invited, and it's there, and it's bountiful, and it's pretty. And so I'm glad that you're giving us these tips. So I'm making fun of it, but if you tell me this is going to work, I'm going to do it.
Oh, it will, Kim. And the other thing that most people don't realize is if you don't gain weight over the holidays, again, I'm not telling you to lose weight. No one's going on a diet over the holidays. Just maintain your weight.
Got it.
All right, back to the cheats.
Okay, I'm going to cheat some more.
This is a very important one. This is how you're going to start the meal that you're going to eat, no matter what meal it is. That big, wonderful, delectable Thanksgiving meal, Christmas meal, it doesn't matter what it is. Right? You're going to have vinegar at the start of the meal, 2 tablespoons. Now, this is, unlike the other ones, this is so elegant, it's almost seamlessly going to be part of your life.
Okay.
So you're going to have salad probably, I hope.
I hope so.
You can put your vinegar on there. It helps you process sugar differently. Don't pour that.
Don't sprinkle.
No, you're going to need that in a second. I'm telling you why, because I'm going to challenge you, all right?
Huh?
Because what you can do is put some vinegar.
Even they feel it. Listen, after that fiber thing, we can do this?
You're going to wash the fiber down with this.
All right.
All right. So you can put regular old vinegar in a salad, pick what you want. But if you're really a brave soul, you'll get some apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Right? And take one of these straight shots before you dig in.
All
Think
right,
about each of these little molecules helping your body deal with the sugar, which we know works. All right?
My friend, you're my friend.
A little bit of vodka will help it.
Okay.
Then go and enjoy your meal. Go and enjoy your meal. All right. So that's actually a foundation of this cheat sheet.
Yeah, and so, okay, come on, you're going to eat after that?
Well, that's a good point. You might not be as hungry, but
That's good.
these are little things you can do because you'll be eating all that good stuff, that
Yes.
gravy you talked about and that stuffing. And you'll be eating it, and people are going to say, how is Kim doing that? It looks so beautiful and slim and elegant.
That's what all my friends do. How is she doing that? But it's because I've set myself up to win.
Exactly. All right.
Good.
Now,
Okay.
there's one last little cheat sheet. When it comes to the dessert, it's a hard one to get away from, but
Yeah.
this cheat sheet's going to make your life easier. Bevan, our artist, is so smart. Sent us a Vine video of how she saves calories at dessert. Pay attention to the details on this.
Nom nom nom. Yay. Nom nom nom.
It is the final holiday cheat. You're going to skip the crust and just eat the pie. Bevan is here. Now, it looked like your cat got into that cake. Did or did not?
You know, Randall loves peaches, so yeah, he primarily ate most of that, except for the carbs. We kept the carbs out of it.
Now, you all saw the top disappeared, but what really disappeared was the inside of the cake. And you didn't eat the crust, which
No.
is the big takeaway. Let me give everyone the math. Let me give you an example as well. So, Kim, you've taken the vinegar,
I sure have.
the cardboard
I
cracker.
am set up.
Part.
Set up.
So here's what we're going to do.
Thanks.
The message for everybody is that you can eat the pie, without the crust around it, and you will save yourself an average of 125 calories and 7 grams of fat. Now think about that. That means you can go ahead and have a second slice, crustless, and you'll get away with it.
All right, but the crust is the best part. Can you have a little bit of the crust?
You know what? Put the cracker in place of the crust. Show everyone the cheat sheet. I've been holding on
yes,
you.
okay, here
This
we
is the
go.
most important thing. I got the
Bam.
complete cheat sheet. Oh, you're like Vanna White.
I'm like Vanna Black.
It's on DrOz.com. You will love this. Check it out. All holiday season. You can enjoy it. We'll be right back.
Coming up,
Well, dang, Dr. Oz.
just how real can she get?
I would look like I'm overpowering, but I'm not.
Tamar Braxton and her husband Vince open up about the health emergency that made their marriage stronger.
It was just a blessing in disguise.
Next. Dr. Oz's newsletter delivers information right to your fingertips. Get Oz's daily tip, recipe, and a sneak peek at the day's show in your inbox every morning. Sign up at DrOz.com. Worried every cough is a cold? Or every headache a hemorrhage? Relax. See when to worry and when not to. Plus, Nick Cannon's health battle and the breakup everyone's talking about.
How do you cope with that?
All new Dr. Oz. That's coming up tomorrow.
Tamar Braxton and Vince Herbert are the solid gold couple of reality television. She's a Grammy-nominated singer and host of the new talk show, The Real. He's a powerful music producer. And together, they allow cameras to capture all the intimate details of their lives, from health problems to marital troubles, on their show, Tamar and Vince. As hit reality TV star Tamar Braxton's career heats up, the drama in her life is also getting hotter.
Working my nerves. Working on my nerves.
From marital spats with her husband Vince to allegations about infidelity, to rumors that the couple's 6-year marriage is on the rocks.
Well, I can leave now. Oh, no. Gladly, pumpkin.
Today, Tamar and Vince are here to set the record straight. Tamar and Vince, come on out, please. Tamar, thank you. Congratulations. Richard, how are you? Come have a seat. Now, I know that all that arguing's out there. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but let me first get something that's really medical here.
Yes.
Vince, you had this big health issue recently. You were in a medically induced coma.
Yes.
Lots of crazy stuff happening.
Yes, I
What gives?
had a PE.
Pulmonary embolism.
Yeah, which runs in my family.
He actually had 7 at the same time. 4 in his chest and 3 in his legs. Yes.
So what are you doing? What have you changed?
Changed my my flying habits, which people don't know that you're supposed to get up and walk around every hour. Yeah. They tell you to buckle your seat, but they don't tell you to, take a walk. Helps your blood keep flowing. What else have I done, babe?
We found out that he has lupus anticoagular, and so he has to take blood thinners for the rest of his life.
You know, weight is often a complicating factor.
Yes.
Have you made any headway there?
I've lost 60 pounds.
You have?
Yes.
How do you do that? Did you do it for him?
No, I didn't do it for him. You know, and I'm very proud of him because he did it himself. And it was really a good thing for us because, you know, we've been talking about, you know, his weight for a while before the PE scare. And it was just a blessing in disguise, you know, when he managed to get out of the coma and get out of the hospital and lose weight.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, you've said that Vince's health scare was a defining moment of your marriage.
Definitely.
Yeah, I watched the clip in the show,
Yeah.
and I see you raising all kinds of craziness. You ever worried about the anger, the irritation you express sometimes affecting your health?
No.
No?
Absolutely not. Number one, I think that all couples kind of argue, you know, and I do feel like, you know, I'm just like most women, you know, we just talk about how we feel and we're not afraid to, you know, voice our opinions. That's not anger, it's just voicing our opinion. And plus, he is very, very quiet, you know.
He is quiet.
And so, I mean, I would
quiet
look,
storm.
see, I would look like, you know, I'm overpowering, but I'm not.
Yeah, sometimes. Looks like you're clubbing him.
Yeah, but I'm not.
That's what the tabloids, you know, you guys are the fodder for gossip, people talking about you all the time.
Yes.
And I know that there's been a lot of discussion recently about the possibility that you're bleaching your skin.
Ugh.
Would you address this for everybody?
Yes, that irritates me so bad because, you know, ever since I was a little girl, I've had a mild case of, God, I can't even think of it now.
Vitiligo.
Vitiligo, yes. And I used to sit on my hands because that's where if you can look and see, I don't really show people, but.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah.
See little white areas here?
Yeah.
You've had it your whole life?
I've had it my whole life, yeah. And then it started to spread. Like I have a little spot on my face that I don't really show people at all. And, you know, it's just, it was something, yeah. Well, dang, Dr. Oz.
No, you do see it, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people think that I bleach my skin, which is ridiculous, you know. But I do tan and I do wear lots of makeup and wigs.
You all know what vitiligo is? Let me show you a picture. It happens when the immune cells destroy the pigment-making cells. See that little white splotch you can see in that picture? You know, and that's things you can do. They're cosmetic options.
Yes.
That Tamar spoke about. But there's also, you can put, you know, light treatments with lasers and all, and you can also put chemicals on them that sometimes will reduce the immune response.
Oh, I didn't know about the laser.
Yeah.
What's that?
It seems to stimulate the pigment back again. It's a thought, especially because you don't have it terribly, but you have it pretty visibly. So I understand why you do what you do.
Yeah.
Let's talk about babies.
Yes, yes. Well, we have a baby that's not a baby. He looks like he's about 30 years old now, 16 months.
But you didn't think you were going to be able to have that. Oh, there he is. Isn't that beautiful?
No, as a matter of fact, they told us that we couldn't have any. You know, I was pretty much blocked on both sides. That was it. And so we went through the IVF, and we have 4 popsicle babies. And what happened was I got pregnant on my own, just out the blue.
Yes.
After that process.
And just so you say you're blocked on both ends. What does that mean?
Well, both of my tubes or whatever.
Oh, both the fallopian tubes are blocked off.
Were blocked, completely blocked.
That really is a miracle.
It's a miracle, yeah. It's crazy. We almost fainted.
and how's your life changed now with the baby?
Oh, it's so great. You know, Vincent likes to call him our biggest accomplishment. And he really is because he's so special. Like, he's talking, he's walking, he's going potty for everyone except for us. And he's just so great. He's a great, great kid.
So I love teaching people on the show.
Yes.
But I'm going to reverse that on you if it's okay. I'm going to have you do a little teaching. So I've done some research on Tamar, and she seems to have a language all her own. So I'm going to give you some Tamarisms,
yes.
and I want you to translate it for me.
Okay.
All right? So what does it mean when it says, get your life?
Okay, first of all, I can't translate anything unless you say it correctly.
How do I say it right?
Okay, you have to say, get your life.
Get your life.
Yes.
Get your life. Get your life.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, get your life. Get your life is like saying, get it together. Yeah.
Just get it together.
Just get it together.
Why don't you just say get it together then?
Because that's, you know.
Not right.
It's not sassy. Get your life. That sounds better.
How do I say the shade sassily?
You gotta say the shade.
The shade.
Yes.
What is that shade about?
Okay, shade. The shade is when somebody says something about you. You know? Let's just say, okay, like, if something was wrong with me, or say, oh, Tamar, your hair, I like your hair, but I like your hair better if it was darker. That's a little shade, honey.
Well, put a little shade in your life, it'll darken you a little bit.
Yes, the palm trees.
So what's a shade comment I can say about Vince right now?
About Vince. Let me see. Can you sit up straight because you're slouching?
That's a shade.
That's a little shade.
It's a little shade.
A little shade.
And the last one, this one really fascinates me. She, me, her. She, me, her.
She, me, her.
She, me, her. And what does that mean? Why do you need all three of those words?
Well, Vince, why don't you tell him?
She, me, her is Tamar talking about she, which is her, me, which is her. She, me, her.
What am I then?
You are he, him. Wait a minute. She, he, me, him.
Medicine's easier.
He, me, him.
All right, I love having you here.
I love
this as well.
Thank you.
Tamar's newest single is called Let Me Know. It's available on iTunes. And Tamar and Vince airs Thursday nights on WeTV. I'll be right back.
Coming up, so many people live with pain every day, and every day there's a new headline promising relief. Today, Dr. Oz cuts through the clutter, the 3 latest breakthroughs that could help with your pain. Find out which one is right for you next.
So many of you live with pain, and every day there's a new headline promising relief. But I know you don't have the time or frankly, the amount of money to research and try every one of these pain relief ideas. So how do you know what's safe and what's not? Today, I'm bringing you 3 of the latest breakthroughs for pain. There's ultrasound therapy, there's capsaicin patches, and there's a brand new pain prescription, which really is a game changer. Now, to help reveal the best pain breakthroughs is clinical assistant professor at NYU, Dr. Natalie Azar, who deals with treating pain every day with her patients. So the first idea we talk about is a treatment for muscle pain called ultrasound therapy. Why is it such a big breakthrough?
It's a breakthrough because we used to really just use it for athletes when athletes had injury. But we're seeing that more and more regular pain patients or people who have soft tissue injury who may not be a professional athlete can actually benefit from it. I love it because it's non-invasive. I love anything that's non-invasive. And we think that it's helping. It's basically administering sound waves to the area that's hurt or it's inflamed. It increases blood flow there. It can improve healing. It can also reduce swelling, which reduces pain. It's kind of fantastic all over. We also sometimes use it to administer medicines directly into an inflamed area. That's not what we're doing today, but it has other uses like that.
Let's show everyone what we're doing today. We're actually going to demonstrate this. Dr. David Perna from the NYC Back and Body Medical is performing ultrasound therapy on Dana's knee. Welcome, Dana. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
What does it feel like?
It feels pretty cooling initially, and you could actually feel very lightly the pressure being relieved.
So, Dr. Azar, how much does it cost? How often do you use it?
It's not that expensive. It's supposed to be done in conjunction with regular physical therapy, and since it's not such a fancy, expensive modality, most insurance companies are covering it.
Congratulations, Dr. Perna. Enjoy it. I'm next after she's done. Okay. The next pain breakthrough is for localized pain. It's called the capsaicin patch. Now, we've talked about capsaicin in general on the show and the patch. I love the possibility of making it a little bit easier to use, but there's a whole new understanding of the science of these patches now. So explain what we've now learned is so important about these.
So what's interesting about this is actually for a long time we used to think that the main mechanism of action is that it reduced something called substance P, and it's easy to remember that substance P causes pain. Right. But more and more research has actually suggested that it's doing a lot of other things directly at the nerve endings in the skin, and it can kind of what they call defunctionalize them, which basically means the nerves stop working. And if the nerves stop working, it means they're not transmitting that pain signal to the brain. And it's reversible, so it's not like a permanent thing.
And who should use it? When do they use it?
So I basically prescribe this for people who have a few different areas of localized pain. If you have pain everywhere, this is not for you. It's not set in stone, but I usually recommend no more than like 4 places in the body. If you have more than 4 places in the body that hurt you, you should probably see a rheumatologist. There might be something else going on. Okay? So you put it on like this. You're supposed to apply 1 or 2 a day.
What does it cost?
Very, very little. You can get it in the drugstore. It's not prescription, as little as $3 a patch.
I'm wearing mine around today.
Okay.
All right. Now, this next pain breakthrough is a big deal.
Yeah.
It helps alleviate generalized pain. So we talked a little bit about pain in your knee. We talked about pain in a specific area. You mentioned if it's more than 4 spots, you got to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
But this is for generalized pain. It's a brand new pain prescription. Why is it such a game changer? Why are you so excited about this? And can I just point out, normally, when you have generalized pain, we give you narcotics. We give you opiates, which are extremely addictive and have caused a huge problem in America.
Right. So this is, the name of this medicine that we're talking about is something called low-dose naltrexone, and with the acronym LDN. How does it work? It actually binds to what are called the opioid or pain receptors in the brain, and the brain suddenly is tricked into thinking that it has no pain chemicals anymore, and it starts to release its own, things like endorphins and things called enkephalins. And we like this because the body is a very interesting organism in that we have ways to offset pain naturally. Like our body will secrete these things. So this, again, is sort of like kind of turning the switch a little bit on these chronic pain syndromes.
So if you have a chronic pain syndrome, your doctor may not be following this so carefully. Just go ask the question. Just remember the word naltrexone. Remember that and ask. And if you do, we can change the culture. Instead of using narcotics, we'll be able to use something that's much, much safer.
Narcotics are actually the last thing we want to use in chronic pain syndromes. This has been incredibly safe and it's worked really well for a lot of my patients. I'm very excited about it.
Thanks for being here as always. If you're concerned about pain symptoms, you can download the Ask MD app on DrOz.com. It can help diagnose all kinds of health problems. And all you got to do is answer a few quick questions. You'll enjoy doing it. We'll be right back.
Tell us, what's your favorite natural pain remedy?
I'm a big believer in Epsom salt. Anytime I'm feeling sore, I pour a little bit into a hot bath and take a nice long soak. It always does the trick, and it's 100% natural.
Share yours on Facebook.com/Dr. Oz. Next, she was so addicted to salt, she chugged pickle juice to get her fix. Breaking the salt habit but still don't see results? There could be hidden sodium in your everyday foods. Learn what to avoid to beat the bloat. The Salt Addict's Plan for Everyone. Next.
I worry about everything.
Worried every cough is a cold? Or every headache a hemorrhage? Relax. See when to worry and when not to. All new Dr. Oz. That's coming up tomorrow.
You remember this? It's Mary, the salt addict, whose salt addiction was so severe, she chugged pickle juice to get her fix. Now, when we first played that, the studio audience, just like you, couldn't believe it. But a lot of folks at home wrote in saying you saw yourselves in Mary. Take a look.
I love my salt. I'm a salt addict, plain and simple.
Remember Mary? She was eating 10 times more salt than she should. So we put her on a plan to kick her salt diet.
Are you willing to do what I'm asking you to for a couple weeks to break this addiction?
I'm all in.
How's Mary doing?
As soon as I left the show, I immediately packed up all my salty stuff in a big tub and brought it over to the neighbors and got rid of it.
Oh, it's all yours.
Thanks. I had a whole cabinet full of salt and I replaced it with all different kinds of spices. I have some minced onions, garlic powder, more pepper. My kids have their own cabinet where they keep their chips. They're in charge of that whole thing. I don't even go in it. And if I ever need any of the salt to cook with, I put one way up high, one way in the back of the cabinet, so I have to stop and think about it before I just grab it and start automatically salting things. So at work, I no longer have a salty cabinet. I bring a salad every day for lunch. If I need to snack, I bring a little baggie to work with unsalted raw nuts in them. My taste buds have changed. Things just taste very different. I don't want to taste the salt anymore. I want to taste the food. Sometimes when I order takeout, I think I'm ordering a healthy meal and all I can taste is the salt. I have to admit that I still crave the pickle juice, but I just right away tell myself that I'm just not going to do it. It's not an option for me. So it's been about 8 weeks since I've left the show, and I actually can even fit into a shirt that I haven't fit into in 10 years. I used to feel bloated all the time, but now I just feel bloated like Monday morning after I've gone out to eat with my friends on the weekends. I'm just concerned now about the hidden sodium that are in some of the foods that I eat. I'm just afraid it's sabotaging my weight loss efforts. I never thought that I'd see the day where I would not want my salt fix. I am no longer a salt addict.
I am very proud of Mary. Should I be worried about that neighbor you dumped that salt on?
I don't know, I'll have to check on her.
Okay, so how's it gone? How do you feel differently? Feel energized?
Oh my gosh, I have so much energy now. It's amazing. I don't have headaches like I used to have. My stomach used to hurt all the time. I used to blame a million different things for it. Never blamed jars of pickle juice.
No.
But I'm thinking that, it was amazing, the difference. Right away, I felt better within a few days.
Let's go back to the truth tube. This is a victory lap for you because you've done so well with this. So again, last time you were here, I recommended to everybody, you all know this, you should want to get about half a teaspoonful of salt per day. That's what you want, right? You were getting 10 times that amount.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I didn't have any more room on the truth tube.
That's the thing that made in my head. That's like the light bulb moment. That.
Realizing how much it was.
Mm-hmm. When you said that, the moment you said that, it was like a light bulb went on and I said, that's it, I can't do this anymore.
Hallelujah, that's why we do the truth tube. It's just to make it so visual, so graphic, you can't hide from it. Today, the truth tube for you reveals based on your diaries, you're getting half a teaspoonful a day. Exactly what we recommend. Exactly what we recommend. Now, I was really excited about that, but what I think is really cool is something having to do with your waist size. I love when people talk about their waist because it's more important. And your waist has actually gone from where it was to, believe it or not, 4.5 inches less.
In about 8 weeks. And it just keeps going down. It really, that's just really where I'm at right now. I just don't feel like it's even stopped. It just continues. It continues to
It's a big difference. It must feel pretty cool.
Oh, it feels 2 pant sizes down. 2 full pant sizes in 8 weeks.
Yeah. And again, it's because the salt. You're not carrying around as much water weight because you're not bloated as much. So although you can still sometimes struggle. For example, I hear, this is yours. Is that yours?
That's mine.
And what's the issue with this?
It's my favorite shirt. I haven't worn it in 10 years. Before I came out last time, I couldn't even get it over my shoulders. 3 weeks ago, I tried it on and I couldn't zip it up. And now I can get it on. It doesn't necessarily look as good as I'd like to look. But
well, you know what? Getting it on is fantastic. I want this to fit you perfectly. And in order to get this to fit you perfectly, we got to tackle the bloat head on. So I asked psychologist and food addiction specialist, Dr. Ramani Durvasula, to join us. She's back with the Salt Addicts Plan to beat bloat. And that bloat, of course, afflicts a lot of salt addicts. Thank you for the wonderful work. It's a kudo to you.
It has been such a pleasure. I've gotten to work with Mary every day for 2 months, and we've both learned, we've both grown, but she shrunk.
Yes.
And that's the best part. But one of the issues that Mary is struggling with is you lose the 10 pounds, and then 3 come back. And you say those Monday mornings, those cursed Monday mornings.
It's like this big cycle.
So it's a cycle. And what we'd like to do is stop that cycle. And we're going to come up with some hacks and fixes for phase 2 to beat the bloat. You ready? Because I know she can do it. She's a rock star.
Item number 1.
Okay.
Since you're paying attention to salt, now we have to identify the hidden sodium in your diet that's causing bloat. In fact, most of the sodium, most of the salt we get in America is hidden. Again, who would think, dressings and wines and cereals, these are not places you would normally think about having a lot of salt.
Wine has salt in it?
Yes.
It does. And you know another one? Diet Cola has sodium in it. So you think like, oh, here's a quick fix, but there's another 40, 50 milligrams of sodium.
All right, so again, we'll put this list on Oz.com, but be careful about these things. It's on the food label, just read it and you'll see it. Okay, next. Now, there's a big area that people haven't thought about much, but I'm going to introduce it to you because you're doing so well on the other programs. It has to do with having a natural diuretic in your meals and in your snacks. So Dr. Versal, walk us through why this is important and give us some examples.
Okay, so a great example is you can add asparagus to your omelet in the morning, okay? And what that does is it adds, like I said, a natural diuretic. And what diuretics do is they increase and they encourage the production of urine. So it just keeps stuff coming out of you, and then you can let go, offset some of that hidden sodium by getting more fluid out of you. You can add beets to a salad. You can add pineapple to your steak. And then obviously these fantastic snacks, things like grapes, watermelon, green beans. These natural diuretics will really bring down that bloat. So they're an easy fix, Mary, easy fixes.
Yummy, I'm excited.
Yes.
So unlike the first time where I had you cut back a lot of salt, we're giving you things now. We're giving you these diuretic foods. There's one more thing I'm going to take away from you, though. In order to get into that outfit and really feel your best and stay there, not have a yo-yo, we're going to have to limit the carbs you're eating, especially the carbs that are empty. They don't have nutrients that come along with them. Can you do that on weekends?
Yeah, I certainly can.
Yeah, that's big because you know what? The carbs also hold water. They add to that feeling of bloat. And I've looked at your food diaries. The weekends have been tricky for you. So what you want to do is watch those carbs. Be mindful of them. Avoid those empty calories. Again, that's one way to stop that Monday morning bloat. You can beat this bloat, Mary. I'm very confident. We're going to do this together, okay?
Can I give you a little extra credit assignment? Now, last time you were here, you were on all those blood pressure medications.
Yes.
Which, of course, with the salt was an issue. You dealt with the salt. If you deal with this, I predict we can start getting you off those medications. How would that be?
That would be fabulous. I would love that.
And not just you, frankly, people all over America, pay attention to this. This is how we get off these pills, chronic pills that you're being told you need to be on for every single day for the rest of your life. It doesn't have to be that way. You can't do it just by stopping them. You got to actually do the right things ahead of time. But your doctors are going to be high-fiving you and applauding you if you can follow this plan. So that's the next number Mary's going to be focusing on. And we're going to celebrate you next for that because I know you can do it. You can find the plan to beat bloat for every salt addict on DrOz.com. We'll be right back.
Next, They're often the first line of defense in keeping our kids safe and healthy, and there are millions that go the extra mile. How this one teacher is making a huge contribution with this simple backpack and fighting to end hunger at school. Next.
We are bringing healthy back this season and want you to bring it too. Grab your prescription pad for fun and sign up for free tickets today. You can go to droz.com/tickets and sign up. Did I get it right? I gotta admit, I think teachers are amazing. They're on the front lines of shaping our future, and they're often the first line of defense in keeping our kids safe and healthy. And there are millions of teachers who go the extra mile every single day. But this is one story that I really want you to hear about.
What do you want to share? Your toys, your food, your clothes? Anybody think of anything? Well, every morning in class we all share something, and this little boy was sharing that he was hungry because he hadn't had any food since the previous Friday at school. They were living in his mom's car and he had very limited food, and that just haunted me. So I went home that night and tried to think of something I could do to help him. I did a little research and found the program called Blessings in a Backpack, that basically the kids get a backpack full of food and take it home, and it provides them 3 meals for both days of the weekend. Our kids do come from good families, parents who care, but who have hit a rough patch and can't provide for them right now, so they're doing their best. I approached my principal and he said, if you can fund it and get it rolling, then let's go for it.
With her enthusiasm and her excitement, she said, Scott, I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to figure out a way to get this money to support this program. And she did.
My husband and I decided that we would donate some money to get the program rolling.
Just said, yeah, I support you, and this is a great idea, and no kid should really go hungry.
Mike and I go shopping every week for the food, and we try to find foods that are healthy for the kids. We get apples, granola bars, oatmeal, applesauce. The food we buy goes into backpacks and is left in the classrooms on Friday for the children to take home, and that way they have their food for the weekends. Mike and I were funding the program on our own for the first couple months, and then something amazing happened, and there was an outpouring of support from our community. The local contributions have been amazing. There's such support from our community. Currently, we're able to feed about 100 children a week. I think that anyone who's heard a 7-year-old tell them that they're hungry and they're not getting enough food to eat would do the same thing. I'm just hoping I can make a difference in my classroom and in our community for these kids.
Please welcome Nicole Durant. Please applaud for it. It's unbelievable. What did you feel when that first grader came to you and said, I'm hungry?
It broke my heart. Truly made me. I mean, these kids are coming to school. They're doing the best they can. Their parents are doing the best they can, but they can't control that they don't have food. And, you know, it broke my heart, and it was also very eye-opening.
You know, I can't applaud you enough. It's such an extra step that you went. What did you feel about when you experienced this and you saw people come into school every day? And this kid was coming on a bus, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how did his life change through that?
The one little guy that I started the program because of actually came to me one morning, and we were talking, and he said, you know, they had been evicted from their apartment, and he said, I'm just scared I'm not going to get to see that yellow bus every morning anymore. Sorry. Because that means I get food.
Oh, the busman, he got food.
Yeah. So when he came to school, he knew he would get to eat. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Can you imagine that? I never actually thought about the school bus meaning you're going to get fed.
Yeah, and I hadn't either. I've lived in that community my whole life, and I never knew that we had these pockets of kids who were going hungry.
If it wasn't for those backpacks, what would happen to these kids?
Well, I mean, as kids, they have so little control over their lives anyway that I think this just gives them one thing that they're happy about. They walk out of school feeling like they've got some control of their weekend, and they've got something to sustain them, and maybe they can concentrate better and, you know, do better at school because they do have a little bit of food to help them.
You're a mom.
I am.
What do you want the parents of these kids to hear from you?
Well, I think the first thing I want the parents to know is none of us judge. I mean, everybody hits rough patches. You don't know what's happening in somebody's house. You don't know what's happening behind the scenes. And as a teacher and as a mom, I know that they're all doing their best. They're sending their kids to school every day and doing what they can do to make them healthy and successful. And as a mom myself, I can't imagine my own kids being hungry, and I don't want that for the kids in my class.
I don't think anyone should ever feel ashamed of poverty.
No.
It happens. That's what we're here for, to chip in and help each other up, because sometimes we'll have our days as well. You're just a shining example of how one person can be a ripple throughout the community.
Wow,
You exemplify everything I think we can all be in America, and God bless you for doing that.
Thank you.
And Nicole reminds all of us that we can be the change that we're going to see in the world. There are over 15 million kids in this country struggling to find their next meal, looking forward to the school bus, because they know it represents food to them. It's upsetting for me as a doctor, but as a father as well. So if anyone's watching and wants to donate or chip in or give a backpack at 01, I'm going to link the organization's page on my website. Nicole's organization needs your support. Let's help her out and get these kids the continued support they need. We'll be right back.
Dr. Oz's newsletter delivers information right to your fingertips. Get Oz's daily tip, recipe, and a sneak peek at the day's show in your inbox every morning. Sign up at droz.com. Worried every cough is a cold? Or every headache a hemorrhage? Relax. See when to worry and when not to. Plus, Nick Cannon's health battle and the breakup everyone's talking about.
How do you cope with that?
Ooh. All new Dr. Oz. That's coming up tomorrow.
Today we talked about cheating your way through the holidays without gaining a pound. Now I know after the holidays are over, you'll all be looking for some ways to make changes. So here's some early inspiration. This is a picture of Crystal and her mom Cheryl from Cleveland, Ohio. They emailed it to me. Now Crystal told me she and her mom are posing with the jeans in her mom's former size. Isn't that pretty cool? They look like sisters in there. Just imagine how much weight it took you have to lose to get into those jeans. Now here's the deal. Cheryl, mom, lost 102 pounds. And she wanted to share her secret. And she said it was all about teamwork. Having her daughter as a weight loss buddy is a great source of motivation and inspiration, she says, and they keep each other accountable. And guess what happened to Crystal? The daughter, she lost over 100 pounds herself. So it works for everybody involved. It's a good tip. I want you all to find a weight loss buddy. Now it's time for In Case You Missed It. Here's an important tip from today's show. It's my holiday cheat sheet. The week leading up to the holidays is an important one, so start it off the right way. Drink white tea with lemon twice a day. The white tea is loaded with antioxidants that can help stabilize your body's response to that holiday sugar rush and prevent the growth of new fat cells. The lemon helps it by preserving it, and so you work together very nicely. And so keep drinking the white tea with the lemon. You want it twice a day at least, but take it throughout the holiday season. You'll actually enjoy the taste. Next, got pain? A lot of folks do. Whether it's in your elbows, your knees, your shoulders, back, doesn't practically matter, your neck, capsaicin patches may be the solution for you. Now, it's a natural substance, capsaicin, that helps block the pain signals from being released from nerves to muscles. That's important. It's a new breakthrough. We didn't know that's how it worked. And this new information makes all of us in the medical profession more confident this actually helps. They're less than $3 a pop. And these patches can give you instant relief. It's worth trying. And finally, let me close with a warning. Please be careful about what you buy online, especially weight loss pills. Dubious people online make it seem like I'm endorsing their products. I don't. To see a full list of our trusted sponsors and partners, go to droz.com, and I'll see you next time.